Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Welcome to Empire TMC. We are going to start the meeting, but first, I'd like to announce our keeping rule. Before meeting suggestion, first, we encourage you to check internet connection, cameras, microphone, charging devices, and adjust your devices proportionally compared to your body height so that your face and your upper body can be seen clearly. Second, please keep in mind that we are in a professional but sportive environment of Toastmaster International meeting. We want to present ourselves the best we can. We punctually is appreciated. During meeting rules, number one, please mute or turn off your microphone unless you are speaking. Let's minimize distractions and appreciate people who are speaking. In the event of emergency, the host can mute the participants. Number two, please turn on your camera when you can. We want to see smiles, and you are welcome to show gestures such thumbs up, nodding, clapping, etc. Number three, try to look at your camera when delivering a speech. Remember to look for the timer and pay attention to the time. During meeting suggestion, first, call out the name of the person you are referring to before start talking. Second, if you want to see everyone, switch view to gallery and speaker on the top right corner of your screen. Then, please welcome our president to open the meetings.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Welcome to Empire Toastmaster. And tonight we are very happy to welcome you all. And on behalf of Empire Toastmaster Club number 01491511, I'd like to declare our tonight's meeting is open for public. Please give a big warm applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce you, our Toastmaster of the meeting for tonight. Please welcome our special Toastmaster of the meeting, our special Master of Ceremony. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Rona Wati Wongso. Please give a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, Pak Suban. So welcome all Toastmasters, Empire Toastmasters and guests and visiting Toastmasters to our tonight's meeting at Empire. And this is like very special because we just passed the Valentine's Day and also Chinese New Year. So happy Chinese New Year and happy Valentine's Day. And today our theme is path. Path, it means like it's a small way for us to go to whether we have a destination, and it's a path. And the word of the day is to direct, but the word of the day will be explained by the grammarian. And today we will have an edu session, special edu session, Pathway 101 by Amelia Febraiani. So now let me welcome our GE to introduce him and his team. So please welcome Elias Theophilus Gandawijaya as our GE today.
Hello everyone, welcome to Empire, and I'm, as the VPM of Empire, will be acting as GE of tonight's meeting. And now I would like to introduce my helpers, my rangers for this meeting. The first helpers is the timer. We will time every single session, in prepared speech, in evaluation, and in table topic. Please welcome our timer for tonight, Titin.
Thank you, GE. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. My role as the timer is to keep time for all the speakers to ensure that everyone speaks within their allotted time slot. The green color will appear on the screen when the speaker hits qualifying time. The yellow color will appear when the speaker hits the target time. And the red color will appear when the speaker has to reach the end of their allotted time. For example, for a 5 to 7 minute prepared speech, the green color will appear on the screen at the 5th minute, the yellow color on the 6th minute, and the red color on the 7th minute. The speaker will also be granted a grace period of 30 seconds. For 4 to 6 minutes for icebreakers, green color will appear at the 4th minute, yellow color at the 5th minute, and the red color at the 6th minute. Table topic speeches are for 1 to 2 minutes. The green color will appear at the 1st minute, the yellow color at 1.5 minutes, and the red color at the 2nd minute. The speaker will have 30 seconds grace period after 2 minutes to wrap up his or her speech. Speech evaluations are for 2 to 3 minutes. The green color will appear on the screen at the 2nd minute, the yellow color at 2.5 minutes, and the red color at the 3rd minute. The speaker has a grace period of 30 seconds. I will present my report when called upon by the GE. Thank you, and back to you, GE.
Thank you, our helper ranger for tonight. The timer. She will count all the time that we use during our speeches. And now I would like to introduce the counter. Fifin, are you here? She will tell you what she will do. Fifin, the screen is yours.
Greeting Mr. and Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Am I audible?
Yes.
The purpose of the AHA counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pass filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of the times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Mr. Madam Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you, my helper, my ranger, counter, Vivin. And yes, she has told you her job for tonight. And now I would like the help of the grammarian, the one and only Angela. The screen is yours. Please help us explain what is your role.
Thank you very much. My role is 3 things. One is to give you the word of the day, which is direct, and I shall direct you how to use it. I shall do that directly, meaning immediately, and I shall set you in the right direction, which is a noun. I shall be listening out for direct speech when you say, Angela said we should do this, and also indirect speech, such as she said that we could. I see some people looking slightly puzzled. It's very simple. If you were to put quotation marks and say something exactly, that's direct speech. It's exactly what somebody said. If you describe what they said, but in different words, or the same words, but you change the tense or something like that, it's known as indirect speech. I'm also going to be listing out for all the good things you said, and I'll come back and tell you what lovely things I noticed, such as alliteration. And if I hear anything a bit odd, I shall suggest a better way of saying it. So I'm looking forward to hearing all the things that you have to say, but I shall directly return the stage back to our dear Mr. Elios.
Thank you, my helper, my ranger grammarian, for helping us to direct us and to give us a good example of the using of the word of the day, which is direct. So I, with GE, will direct as the last helper for tonight. It is the bell counter, Kevin. Are you here? I see you. Okay. The screen is yours, Kevin.
Thank you, Mr. and Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and welcome, guys. As vote counter, I will collect and count the ballots. For example, I will send the link via Zoom chat, and you can open it. I will collect and count the ballots when they speak. When the audience votes for the best speaker, best table topic speaker, and best evaluator. Thank you. Back to GA.
Thank you, bell counter, Kevin. And by mentioning all of the helpers for tonight, I will be back in the last session, which is the evaluation session, and will present about my report about tonight's meeting. So without further ado, Tom, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, GE. So now we come to the first session of our meeting today, which is a prepared speech. And today we will have 3 prepared speech. Now let me start with the first speaker, Toastmaster Lindawati Hermawan, and her title is My Bittersweet Life, and she will be evaluated by Eddie Swipe. So please welcome Eddie Swipe to introduce and to read the purpose statement of Lindawati speech today. Please welcome Eddie Swipe.
Thank you very much, our Toastmaster of the meeting tonight, Toastmaster Ronawati. So I'm Eddie. I'm going to evaluate our Toastmaster today, Lindawati Herman. And a first project, which is icebreaker speech. It takes around 4 to 6 minutes in project level 1, project 1. The purpose of this project is for member to introduce herself to the club and learn basic structures of the public speaking. Linda takes or choose engaging humor for her pathway. Lindawati Herman, My Bittersweet Life, My Bittersweet Life, Lindawati Herman.
Okay, thank you, Evaluator Eddie Web. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, okay. My bittersweet life. Talking about bittersweet, there are actually just too many bitter things happened in my life. And that's why I turned it into joke. At least I can still entertain people and making good deeds by giving people smiles. So the bitter part is mine and the sweet part is yours. I hope I can entertain everyone tonight. So, I have many worries in my life. The first is about my look. Remember this face, okay? I know it's not pretty, but please bear with me. And now compare it with this. Okay, believe it or not, she is actually my younger sister. And you probably might say, nah, the picture is filtered, it's edited, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna show you another picture. This is the unfiltered version. So you can actually see how much difference I have with her. I'm gonna stop this screen. Okay. So based on that picture, you can actually see that she is white. Meanwhile, I'm dark, too dark that my life is as dark as the black sky. How can I beat her beauty? I mean, she's even beautiful without makeup. Meanwhile, even if I wear makeup, I look ugly. It's a waste of makeup and effort. My mom used to compare me with her all the time. She said, don't you want to have boyfriend? Put on some makeup and you will attract some guys. I replied her, yeah, she might be pretty, but there's no makeup for brain, mom. Yeah, she's not that smart. I remember when she was at 10th grade on 2015, she had remedial tests for 12 out of 18 lessons. So bad. So my mom would compare her to me. Your older sister has never felt this badly. How is this even possible? Yes, it's like God plays joke on us. He poured all the intelligent aspect to me, and the beauty aspect is for her. Fast forward to 2020, my college friend contacted me. It's a guy, and he said he will move to Tangerang, which is roughly around 1 hour from my place. And he said, I'm tired of searching. Okay, I just want to be with you. It's the only logical thing that happens in my life because I've known you for years. And I said, yeah, right. Wait until you see my sister, okay? And guess what? 2 days after my sister and he got in touch, they actually got into relationship. I was like, oh, come on. Seriously, you said that? And you actually did the other thing. Oh my God, okay. And so, if you ever met this kind of guy, you said, I am tired of searching. Never, ever believe them, okay? And my bad luck actually doesn't end there. Actually, I've tried many dating applications. And one day, I got matched with a good-looking guy. I was kind of surprised, but hey, I'm gonna try my luck. And we actually met during a weekend. The first time I saw him from far away, wow, he looks good, okay. But when the first time he said, hey, how are you? I was like shocked. I was trembling. I mean, oh my God, he might look good, but he broke my heart. I think this person is gay. And guess what? I was right. I was hoping and hoping that he's not gay, but he was. I mean, I was like, okay, if you are gay, why are you meeting me? I'm a girl. Oh yeah, I'm just looking for new friends. Didn't you read my profile? I said looking for friend. Okay. Sorry, that was my bad. I actually expected too much. So if you have any dating online experience, never ever get your hopes up too much. And since everything is kind of bitter in my life. I hope I still can give you all some sweet aspect. Thank you for everyone for listening my speech tonight. Back to you, Tom.
Hello, yes, Linda Wati. I think you started very well with your engaging humor speech. This is your icebreaker, and that's not easy to have some kind of humor. And I think you started with deprecating yourself to make it a humor. So congratulations. But I would say words is power. So maybe if but this is humor, right? So it's some humor people deprecate themselves so to make it funny. So congratulations to complete your first project engaging humor, and that's not easy to make someone laugh. Okay, congratulations. And then the second one is the second speaker is Surya Wahyu Dianto. Don't judge a book by its cover. I learned it the hard way, and he will be evaluated by Alan Setiawan DTM. So please, Pak Alan, to introduce Surya Wahyudianto and the purpose of the project.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the meeting. The purpose of statement. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech, receive feedback from the evaluator. Wahyu Dianto is a father of one child. He's an engineer by training, used to work for a cement factory, but his passion is not in the engineering. He's more into teaching. So he's now changing his career to a public speaking trainer and singing. So his favorite singer is Peter Catera, Christina Aguilera, and also Roma Irama. If you're familiar with Dangdut, this is the king of Dangdut. His hobbies, other than playing guitar and singing, he loves Sate Padang, despite he's not from Padang. Surya is going to deliver his second speech with the title, Don't Judge the Book by Its Cover. And I learned it the hard way. Time is 5 to 7 minutes, and screen is yours, Surya.
Thank you, Pak Alan Setiawan. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, it was a hot day, and I was standing in line at the ticket counter at Gubeng train station in Surabaya, if you're familiar with it. Back then, at certain moments, train stations could be very, very crowded, and the line in front of the ticket counter can be very, very long. When I arrived there was already about 15 people ahead of me, and many other people came behind me. And the move was very, very slow. Even a snail could move faster than that. As I was standing for quite some time, I realized that the person ahead of me was a young man who looked so unfriendly. And the way from the way he looked, from the way he stood, even from the way he moved, I knew he was so unfriendly, rude, and arrogant. And when he picked up the phone, hello, all right, okay. Well, okay, all right, all right. I knew that from the way he talked, he was so rude and arrogant. So standing in line alone is already tiring and boring. Let alone behind that young man was so rude and arrogant. The more I looked at him, the more I hated him. So what's the fun of standing in line on a hot day behind a rude young man? I'd rather stand in line on a hot day behind a hot young woman, right? But amid the lengthy waiting, I started to notice that everyone in the line had the slip of paper. The people ahead of me and the people behind me, they all had this slip of paper. And I was the only one who didn't have this paper. And I started to worry and panic. So I asked someone behind me, of course, not the person ahead of me, what the paper was. And then she told me that it was a form. Before I asked another question, a voice chimed in. Yes, sir, it's a form that we need to fill in order to get the tickets. That was the voice of the young man who I hated. And then the counter. He pointed at the counter behind the line. So I panicked even more. If I go to that counter, it means I have to leave the spot. And if I leave to this spot, I'll have to start all over again from behind. And then understanding my worries, the young man told me, don't, when you're done, I come back here, can claim the spot again. It was helpful. And he said it softly and nicely. I was stunned for a second. And then I walked to the counter, got the paper, and returned to the spot where I've been standing. And the young man who I thought to be rude and arrogant turned out to be kind and helpful. And that reminded me how I often judge people based on their appearance, on how they look, not the quality that he had. And I had to respect people for who they are, for the quality that he had. I'm sure that that young man didn't even know that I hated him so much. And I believe that he may have forgotten that once he helped me solve my problem and secure my day and save my day. But I'm the one who will always remember the kindness that he gave me, the help that he gave me, and the lesson that he taught me, the lesson that I learned the hard way, the lesson not to judge a book by its cover. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, I think we often judge people or judge the book by its cover. And I think many of us do. But actually, if we look inside, the book is always, the content is more beautiful than the cover. But we just have to open the book to read it, the content, to read the content, to understand how beautiful it is. So thanks, Surya, for inspiring us. Thank you. And Kasri is Eddie Swipe, his title is Similarities and Differences. And he will be evaluated by Subjan. Subhan, PPM. So, Subhan, please introduce at the swipe and read the purpose statement of his speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ronawati Wongso. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce our speaker for tonight. And the purpose of the speech is for the member to present a speech on any topics and receive feedback from the evaluator. And our speaker tonight is a very active member. Actually, he is a new member, but he has been traveling all around the world through Toastmasters program. And tonight, he is going to engage with the humor pathways, and he is eager to learn public speaking and leadership skill. And he has a purpose to complete his pathways level 5 in this year. And ladies and gentlemen, our speaker is from Pari Kediri, from Kampung English or English village in Kediri. And tonight I'd like to introduce you our third speaker, Eddie Suaib, with the title Similarities and Differences. Similarities and Differences. Eddie Suaib, please give him a big round of applause.
I'm audible? Yes, okay, thank you very much. I need to check the... Okay, thank you. So on your screen, below your screen, then you have the button of reaction. And then you can choose a laugh if I ask you questions. If I could recall you, everyone, 10 years or 25 years back, when you first time fall in love, my question is, what did you feel when the one you love sent you a text? Please send me your reaction. If you feel a little bit funny, then you can send the final reaction. If you feel that you're feeling in love, then you can send me this reaction. Okay, thank you. I see some of you. Okay, thank you. Then I will screenshot. That's great. Thank you very much. This is what I felt when the first time I sent my text to one of the Toastmaster clubs when I wanted to join their meeting. As you know, I know Toastmaster 12 years ago, but this October 2020, it's my first time joining them. So I need to wait for so many years that I can attract my lovely one, the Toastmaster. When the day comes, I joined the meeting. I am new there. I don't know what it's all about, but I try to enjoy because people there welcome me. Since then, I come and go for one meeting to another meeting. For overall, I learned some points from Toastmaster. The first is I learned about experience. Let me tell you, actually I am a teacher. Every time I start my class, I always use ready to use phrase. For example, I take my book, this one, and I stand in front of my students. Then I talk to them. Hello, students. Please open your book, and I want you to read it. Once you understand and raise your hand, come forward, standing in front of the class, and retell what you have read. Can you imagine? This kind of phrases I use from Monday to Friday. But this is totally different since I have joined Toastmaster. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about them every night and day. Spread the wings and fly away. My voice little bit false, but this is that what I watch from some Toastmaster in Indonesia when they deliver their speech. They start with false voice, but no worries. Everybody will stand applause and give them big hands. Since then, my students and also my friends saying, "Hey, come on, teacher, just sing a song. Even your voice is a little bit trouble for our ears, but you can make some changes." That's this experience that I learned. Secondly, that I learned from the Toastmaster is all about networking. The more you attend Toastmaster meeting, the more opportunity you have to meet people from around the world. During this pandemic situation, Toastmaster more often conducts their meeting through online, what we have now Zoom. I still remember one day when my friend here, Elio, sent me direct link to attend one Toastmaster Club in USA. It was around 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. And I came late. I attended the meeting, while at the same time, they started doing their table topic session. Maybe at the time, Elias also saw me. And suddenly the table topic master asked me, "Eddie, what do you think about this one?" Okay. But I couldn't even hear clearly. I talked to them, "What is that?" "This one, Foster." "But you know what I hear?" I'm talking about roster. I'm talking about how the domestic male chicken are raised and how to prepare them if you want to have the roster as you didn't. How I'm dressing, you know. But they give me a big noise. I don't know that I was off topic since Elio sent me a text that, "Hey, Eddie, the topic is all about roster. It's not about roster," but I'm confident and they accept me. After that, they send me more email invitation to join their clubs. Maybe they want me there to deliver my silly jokes. For Toastmaster and guests, experience and also networking. If you see, people have a different experience. People have a different backgrounds, ethnicity, and also race. If you see, they are under-united in Toastmaster. Let's celebrate the differences and share our similarities. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Bu Ronawati.
Wow, wow, wow. I really love your enthusiasm. Your energy, I think, is contagious. Your vocal variety is just so wonderful. I think we all now wake up and get energized. So congratulations. And I really love your Toastmaster journey. You just started in October 2020, but I think you already come a long way to where you are right now. So congratulations, you did very well. Now let's us move to the next session, which is our Edu session, which will be presented by Amelia Febraiani, Pathway 101. Amelia Febraiani has been a veteran in Toastmaster. She is the area director G2, and she is also in VP membership in Hand Toastmaster. Please welcome Amelia Febraiani Pathway 101. Pathway 101, Amelia Febraiani.
Am I audible? Okay. Thank you for the opportunity, Pak Arlan. I was so excited because I know there are a lot of members in, especially in Empire Toastmaster, and we are so excited to welcome all of you on board on Pathways. That's why we have this session tonight. I hope I can help to explain about Pathways. And if you have any questions so far, technical questions especially, you can drop your questions in the chat and we will discuss about it at the end of the session. Allow me to share screen first. Okay. I think it has been like 3 years since Pathway was launched. I still remember at that time they have a Pathway ambassador that go for to each club, that went to each club to explain about what is Pathways, and they gave us like 2 years to onboard on Pathways. Right now, start from this year, everyone must onboard on Pathways, and we are so happy with that because that what we see is a future of learning as well. It's not because of the pandemic. As you know, in Indonesia, most of formal institutions like school, we moved to online due to the pandemic. But Pathways itself, it's already online before the pandemic. And I think it's because Toastmaster also envision the future of learning. I really hope all of us here see this as opportunity as well, to see and to see it as a future learning skill as well. We know that nowadays we can learn everything, anything easily. You can go for college or university diploma, even also master degree or PhD online. So that's the future skills. That's learning will look like in the futures. And right now we have it as well in Toastmasters. I know it's most of us. I know half probably in Empire Toastmaster was a member before. You know about our traditional manual, and right now you are trying to also learn and onboard on Pathways. It's also happened in my club. Almost all members in my club were is a veteran member as well, and probably only Burona that come to Toastmaster and already start with Pathways. Almost all of our members, they were using the traditional manual. And the first time we had the Pathways and we announced it to our members and we gave them time, 2 years to move to Pathways, it's quite challenging. It's quite challenging. So I still remember one of our senior member, Pa Ingban, he is 60 years old plus, and he said that I prefer the traditional manual. I prefer the traditional manual. So there's a lot of, first of all, denial before we onboard into the new program, the Pathways, and still bargaining as well, right? Can I still use the old manual? And we say that, yeah, you still can use that until 2 years. Can we extend it into another years? I think at that time, I still remember that Toastmaster International even extended another year to wait all of the members to onboard on Pathways. But right now, I think it's our time to move on. So we stopped bargaining, we stopped trying. Now let's start to accept and learn, because this is the futures. This is the new one, and I believe this will be beneficial for us if we have this skill. So let's start. All of these presentation materials is not made by me. Actually, it's made by Pak Suharjo Setio. It's one of our program quality director team. I saw that his presentation was so complete, so I will use his presentation. The credit is to him to explain it to all of you member of Empires. The objective of these sessions, you know what is the Pathways and what Pathway structures. You know how to enroll if there is a new member here and you haven't started yet. And then you know how to complete a project, a level, and a pathway. And you also know about the achievement recognition of Pathways. And if you are a member of Basecamp Manager, which is President, VPE, and Secretary, you also will know how to approve a level completion and also submit award recognition. So let's start. The first one is Pathway structures. What is Pathways actually? In the traditional manual, we have competent communicator. Everyone have to pass that. It has 10 projects, and then it continue by bronze, silver, and gold. Right now, we have pathways. The structures, the module itself, pathways have 11 modules, which you can see on the screen. The sixth path on the left side, it focuses on leadership. And the last 5 on the right side, it focuses on communications. But of course, inside all the path, there will be communication and leadership. But their focus is more on the leadership for the left side. And then for the right side, the focus is more on to the communications. How to choose the path, we will go through it one by one. The structure itself, it has 5 levels. Mastering fundamentals, that's the first level. Learning your style will be the second level. Increasing knowledge, third level. Level 4, building skills, and level 5 is to demonstrating expertise. As you can see, number 1 and number 2, for the mastering fundamentals, all project will have the same projects inside it. All module will have the same projects. So all 11 modules that I mentioned in the previous slide will have the same project for level 1 or mastering fundamental, which is icebreaker, evaluation and feedback, researching and presenting. I bet probably most of you already did their icebreaker, and probably still in the level 1. And if you go to level 2, you will see there is slightly difference. Most of it will be understanding your leadership style or understanding your communication style. It depends on the path. Active listening, and most will have also introduction to Toastmaster mentoring. And start from level 3, 4, and 5, they will have elective project. I will show the examples of the elective projects. So what is inside those 5 levels? Again, in level 1, mastering fundamentals, you will have 3 projects: icebreaker, evaluation and feedback, researching and presenting. In the second level, learning your style, it depends on your path. It can be understanding your leadership style or understanding your communication style. Project 2, also the same, depend on your path. It can be understanding your communication style, leadership style, connect with your audience, active listening, body language, or cross-culture understanding. And all for project 3 in level 2, all will talk about introduction to Toastmaster mentoring. In level 3, it depends on the path, and you will have elective project, 2 elective projects. So for your second project in level 2, level 3, and the third project in level 3, you can choose your own project. What is the examples of the elective project? These are the examples of elective project. It can be deliver social speeches using presentation software, connect with storytelling, creating effective visual aid, descriptive language, connect with your audience, make connection through networking, focus on the positive, inspire your audience, and so on. So can you imagine you have a lot of things to learn? I think giving options, it's really engaging and motivating us, right? So you can choose 2 in level 3. For level 4, again, project 1 in each level, it's a compulsory project. They will choose it for you, depend on your path. Project number 2, elective project. Again, you can choose from all these options. So if you see level 4, it's not like you just delivered a speech in the club. It will ask you to do something before your presentations. For examples, I choose create a podcast. So I need to have my own podcast show first for at least probably 1 hour if I'm not mistaken, and then I will deliver my experience when I create a podcast. Or you want to choose building a social media presence, then you have to have a plan for your social media first. You try it, you show us the result, and in the club you will present how it goes. So it's not only about delivering a speech, but it really asks us to do something in the real life. So it really asks us to create something, to produce something. The speech in the club, it's only the report, the things that we learn. So I think it's really, really great to have this kind of elective projects. Same for level 5. Project 1 is a compulsory project, depend on the path. And project 2 is elective project. We choose one from those 6 options. So that's the structures of the pathways. all pathway will have 5 levels, and the structures of each level will go like this. Now let's go to the second part, how to enroll. Probably some of you here still new. You just have your ID, your Toastmaster ID, and you just want to start your first path. First, sign of course, we will use this often, the toastmaster.org. This is a platform, the learning platform. The first thing that you have to do, of course, you have to log in to your account. If you're a new member and you don't have the password, you can click forget password and then type the email that you used to sign up in Toastmaster, and then wait your in the email. Wait your email in your inbox, and you will click the link provided in the email to change the password. Once you log in, this is the simplest way. You can see your name on the top, right? And you just click that. It will take you to your profile. So this is how to go into we call that as a learning management system, right? The way the place where we see our learning path, our curriculum. So you go to the profile, just click your name. Just click your name. Welcome, Amelia. Just click your name. It will bring you to this page, the profile page. And for the very first time, if you want to enroll for the very first time, you can choose path. Choose the second tile over here and choose path. Choose a path. The first path for new member is free, but if you already took the second or the third, you have to pay for $20 US. The first path is free, and then you can select a base camp. It will bring you to this page. How would you like to assess your material? Digital resource or printed material? If you choose printed material, then you need to pay extra 25, exclude the shipping fee to get the printed material. So I suggest, of course, select the digital resource. When you select the digital resource, it will take you to this option. So when you click digital resource, there will be option like this. You want to see the path, all 11 paths, and read it first, like the descriptions of each path, and you choose. Or you can take assessment to help to, and then this assessment will help, it will give you recommendation, what path that will be fit for you. So we recommend you to take the assessment. When you click take assessment and continue, they will bring you to this page and start the assessment. This is the examples of the questions in the assessment. Select 3 topics you are interested in learning about from the list below. Which of the following topic is the most related to the personal and professional goal? Generally cautious about accepting new ideas. So it helps you to understand your style, your preference, and later on it will, the system will recommend you what path that will fit you, okay? For example, this one, after we submit, there are 3 pathways that are recommended for us. Dynamic leadership, visionary communication, or team collaboration. You can click this to learn about each path, what will be the project, and what will you learn in that module, and so on. So that's how to choose the path. So if you choose visionary communication, you just select visionary communications there and continue, and you got your path. So that's how to enroll. Okay, you will also get notification in your inbox. You will get an email from Toastmaster International saying that you already enrolled in visionary communications. So that's the second thing, how to enroll. I hope everybody now know how to enroll, how to choose path and enroll in the pathways. Now, for those who already enroll and you want to start your very first project, how to complete a project. Again, how to access the Basecamp. Actually, there are a lot of ways. You can click education and then choose pathways and so on. But the simplest way I found is to click the profile. Just click again your name after you log in. Click your name. It will take you to this page and click go over here on the left side. If you are a member more than 1 club, then you can also choose from here. You can change the club first and then click go. Okay. So after you click go to the Basecamp, it will take you here. This is the Basecamp. This is the place where we see our path and learning. So if you see here on the left side, path and learning, I enroll in 3 modules right now: motivational strategies, pathway mentor program, and visionary communications. So you open the curriculum that you have. So if you enroll in visionary communication, it will be automatically there of visionary communication, then open curriculum. That's how to open the class. When you click your path, it will bring you to this page. It will bring you to this page. If you see on the left side, you will see the level. Like I mentioned before, they have 5 levels. All pathway will have 5 levels. Level 1 until level 5 and path completions. For level 1, will always be icebreaker, evaluation and feedback, researching and presenting. Okay, so level 1, what you have to do, the first word, if you haven't opened it yet, the first word is launch. It's not activate. So once you click launch, then the word will change into activate, and you click activate after that. Once you click activate, they will open a new window. Okay, they will open a new window, and you have to wait for a while, and you cannot open it through your smartphone because it needs certain dimension. You can open it in tab, by the way. You can open it in PC and laptop, but not in smartphone. So it will bring you to this page. And when you see, there's a navigations there, forward arrow to go to the next page, or you can also return to the previous page if you see the arrow on the left. And then you just read your module. Is it icebreaker or research and presenting or evaluation and feedback? You read your module there. But before that, before they show you about what is research and presenting or what is icebreaker, you will always have pre-assessment. You will always have this pre-assessment in all module, in all project. So you need to fill it, the self-assessment, if you see the word before. So before you read the material, before you deliver the project, you fill this pre-assessment first. 1 to 5, just click the numbers next, until the last questions, submit. Okay. This is the example. So next, and the very last questions, submit, and then go to the next page. You also can choose from the bottom side then to move to another section. For example, you accidentally skip the pre-assessment. You want to go back to the pre-assessment. You can use previous arrows, or you can also choose it from this button. This drop down, and you can go there. So after you read all, you read about your project, you read about the content of your module, and you know what you have to do, and it will deliver you to almost the last page, but not the last page. The last page will be post-assessment. Before that, you will have this page, your evaluation. Your job is first, don't forget to download the evaluation resource. When you click on the right side, evaluation resource, yes, you can. It will bring you to this form. It will bring you to this form, and you can download the evaluation form. This is the form that you give to the evaluator when you go to before you go to deliver your speech. And you also can print the project. Probably you want to keep and you want to read it again, or you want to read it offline. You can print the project. When you click that, it will take you to this page. And again, on the right side, on the top right, you will see the download button there. You can download actually all the project that you have, yet do not distribute them or post it anywhere online. Okay, so again, after you download your evaluation resource, and you probably want also to keep your project, and you schedule your speech with the VPE in your club or other club, and you deliver your project, later on you need to go back here again. But before you do that, before you deliver your project and everything, do not fill the post-assessment. Okay, if you see, assess your skill after. The question will be the same. All the questions actually the same with the pre-assessment, but you are not allowed to do or to fill the post-assessment before you deliver your speech or you deliver your project. So stop here, close it, and schedule your speech with your VPE, deliver your project, and go back to this page again. So after you deliver your project, your first pathways, You go back to the Basecamp again. You go again to same way. Log into toastmaster.org. Go to the Basecamp and open the curriculum, and then open the project that you just did. You launch it again. Now you do assessment, the post-assessment. Same like the pre-assessment, fill it all, and then submit. This is the very last page that you see. When you click next arrow, this page, congratulations page, will show up, and you just close it, close the window, and it will directly, you will directly finish the very first project. The sign, you will see a check mark here. So it means you already did the post-assessment. You already finished your evaluation, and you did your post-assessment until the very last page. Submit the post-assessment. Go back to this page. You will see the check mark directly. So that's how to complete a project. Okay, one project. But as you can see in one level, for example, level 1, we had 3 projects and 1 level completion. So what you should do is just go the same way. You open the module, launch the module, do the pre-assessment, read the project, download the evaluation, and give the evaluation to your evaluator, schedule a speech, and then go back to this place again, fill the post-assessment, and it will be another check mark on the second project. Do it all until you finish a level. Although you can go to level 3 and level 4 directly, but it's actually been recommended by Toastmasters International to do it sequentially. So just follow the each level and each project. So that's what we can do until you finish it all. So this is the example of level 3 project, increasing knowledge. This is the examples of for example, if you choose presentation software, so the project will look like this. Okay, so you need to introduce software strategies for creating and using slides and so on. So it's something that is more, it's show your knowledge. It's not only the mastering the fundamentals only, but you can share your knowledge already. Level 4 project, the goal is to building skills. Level 5 project, the goal is to demonstrating expertise. Oh, and you also can upload later on your evaluation file from your evaluator. Actually, you also can save it here on the right side. If you see my documents, you can put it there as well. If you click, there will be, this is a default folder already, level 1 until level 5 and my documents. You can put your evaluation resource over there as well. So you can see and go back again, what is the evaluation that my evaluator has been given to me in the previous project. You can see your own progress. Okay, so after you complete all the project in one level, now how to complete a level. The very last what is that? It's not a project. The very last thing that you need to do to complete a level, you will see this. Level 1 completion, level 2 completion, level 3 completion. So that basically it's thing that you need to press in order to notify your VPE or to notify your president that you already finished a level. Okay, how to do it? So after you finish with all, right? Now you go to the very last, you click that, okay? Because I already finished with this, so the word is view certificate. But the very first word before that, the very first term, it's actually mark completed. So when you press the button mark completed, it will go to this page. Okay, so you click mark complete, and you will see the status pending completion approval. And once your vice presidents of education see this request from you in their email, and once they approve your request, then the status will change into complete. And when the status change into complete, you can view the certificates. You will see these certificates. The certificates will be certificate of completion and stated the level and the module that you have finished. Okay, So after you mark complete, your club president, VPE, secretary will get notification in their email. This is the examples of the notification. It will ask your VPE to open their Basecamp manager to approve your level completion. Once the email, once the Basecamp manager has approved it, then you can access your certificates. Okay. Now you can go to level 2. That's how to complete a level. So once you finish all the project, click mark complete in the level completion and wait for your VPE approval, and you can go to the next level. Now, how to complete a pathways. Once you finish level 1, you continue to level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. There are 5 levels there. Until level 5, it will open also the very last project, it's path completion. Okay, after all of you have finished until level 5 completion, the very last project that you have to do is path completions. You're not officially complete a pathway yet, although all 5 levels has finished, until you complete also path completion. What is path completion? It's the last project. The name of the project is reflect on your path. It's to share your learning experience in choosing that particular pathways. So once you deliver it again, same, open, launch, read, download do the pre-assessment, download the evaluation, schedule a project with your VPE, and then go back to here again, do the post-assessment. And then once you see the check mark, you go to the path completion, mark complete, your VPE, presidents and secretary will get notifications. Once they approve, then you finish your pathway. Now you can also open the certificate. The very last certificate, this is the same instructions for the completions. Again, mark complete, you will see the status pending completion. And once your Basecamp manager has approved, the status will change into complete and you can view your certificates. Okay, the certificates will be slightly different. I'll show you. Once you complete a pathway, what did you get? This is the recognitions of pathways. What will you get? You get achievement, you get a badges, the digital badges of Basecamp. And you will also, of course, get the certificate, the digital certificates. Toastmaster International, I think, will not send the certificate, the hard copy of certificate again, but you can always download it in your Basecamp. So if I show you before, certificate of completion for achieving level 5, this is each level. If you complete each level, you will get certificate of completion. But when you finish a pathway, you will get certificate of proficiency. So in total, you get 6 certificates. Each level, you will get certificate of completion. And if you finish a pathway, you will get a certificate of proficiency if you complete one path. What will you get is actually almost the same like our traditional program. If you're familiar with that, you can get an employer letter. You can also will get email from the international presidents. And you can also use the title DL5 or PI5 and so on. And it also will open the Pathways Mentor Program. So once you complete a Pathways, there will be automatically, it will open Pathways Mentor Program there. It means because you already complete a level, a Pathways, now it's time for you also to teach other members to complete their pathway. Okay, this is for the Basecamp manager short information. If you're VPE or presidents or secretary, like I said previously, you will get notification if your member already finished a level. And not only a level, you also need to submit educational award. That's what been counted in DCP or Distinguished Club Program. What is level completion? As VPE, you will receive email from Basecamp notifying you that there are level completion requests. There are completion requests requiring your attention. VPE must respond as quickly as possible to ensure member can move forward in their path. And each member complete a level, they are awarded a certificates. They can print the certificate themselves, but many clubs choose to award level completion certificates at club meeting to honor the effort of their members. So this is the level completions. How to approve a level completions? you must sign in into the Basecamp Manager. There's a special button for VPE, Secretary, and Presidents. Not only Basecamp, but there is another word, Basecamp Managers. You need to log into the Basecamp Managers. And when you log into the Basecamp Manager, you will see this, pending requests, member progress, or manager tutorial. You just go to pending requests, and you will see the request there. On this page, you can view all pending approval requests from your club members. So if you know this member and you sure that they already finished a level, you know it directly, that you know they deliver their project, each of the project, you know their progress, and you can approve. But if you are also, I probably still think about it and you want to ask to that member, you can ask first. So anyway, you can approve or you can reject. Just make sure that you approve a correct member, ensure that the member, it's already finished a level. It's truly already finished a level. Okay, so once you see their name and you know that this member already finished a level, then you can click the check mark on the right side to approve the request. Okay, so if you find problem and you want to deny, there's a red cross to deny it. You think that I don't think this member already finished a level. Probably he or she is, you know, like accidentally fill the post assessment before they deliver the project. So you want to make sure it again. You can also deny it. All right, and you also can give a feedback for this member. You can put your feedback there, additional comments, congratulations, or keep doing your good work and so on, and submit. That's for level completion. Again, there are two that you need to submit as a Basecamp managers. First, the level completion, approve the level completion. And the second one is to submit the education awards. If you're VPE, if you ever be a VPE before or a president before, you know, even in the traditional program, we need to submit education award. We still need to submit it, even though we already complete a level. So what you can do, go again to the toastmaster.org, go to the Leadership Central and go to Club Central and choose Submit Education Award. The same way, just like the previous manual, choose your member and choose the level that they already complete. So once you complete, once you approve their request in educational program, it also will open. The level will also open. So once you approve level 2 request from, for example, Melanie requests for approval that she already finished level 2. When you approve that, when you go to this page, the education award, it will directly show level 2 as well. Same way, just select the names of the member, select their path and the level, and submit the education award. Review and submit the award. All right, so that's how to approve a level completion, and that's how to submit an education award for your member, especially the Basecamp manager, VPE, president, and secretary. Right. So again, it's open a lot of, you know, what is exciting from pathways. There are a lot of elective projects. In one pathway, you only can choose 2 from level 3, 1 for level 4, and 1 for level 5. But you see the options already. They have many options, and it's actually, for me, myself, I really want to try it all. So that's why I enroll again in the second pathway and in the third pathway, in the fourth pathway. All right, so I think that's what I will share about the technical things of Pathways 101. I hope it helps. Oh, wow. I'm over time.
You're just right on time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Amelia, for sharing your knowledge about Pathways 101. And I think for all of us, this is a very useful information about Pathway, and especially for new Toastmaster members and guests who are interested to join Toastmasters. So basically, when we join Toastmaster, we have a curriculum which we can choose according to our interests. and there are 5 levels with 1 pass completion. And I think it's very, very interesting because there are so many paths to choose from. I think it's the same like Amelia. I have taken many paths because I want to learn, and it seems like curious to challenge a new skill. Like right now I'm taking engaging humor, and I know that I am a very serious person who is really difficult to make humor, but I take the challenge to take the engaging humor because I think actually a little bit dose of humor in our speech in any situations, I think make life more fun and it's more humorous. Okay, thank you very much for sharing, Amelia. I think before we continue with our next session, I would like to take a group picture. So please open all the video. Okay, so who will be taking the picture? The Zoom host? Please, maybe I give 5 seconds to open the camera. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll take the picture, but I guess the Zoom host probably take the picture as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Done.
Okay, let me save the picture first. And then I think the next one, I think it's the long-awaited moment to have the table topic. So let me welcome our table topic master today, which is Hannah Karunia, to lead the table topic sessions today. So Hannah, please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ronawati. Hello, good evening, everyone. Today is a fine day. We are given an opportunity. Oh, before that, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now in our table topic session, the long-awaited session for us, we have given an opportunity to give an impromptu speech with a topic you choose. You can share your opinion, answer the question, or be creative, up to you, so long it's still in the topic, okay, and in the timer. Okay, so I will share the screen first. Okay, from the beginning. Okay, now imagine you're traveling around. So you have to choose your road and face the challenge. Okay, who will be choose?
Can I speak, please, Ravi?
Okay, please wait. Please, I need to see who is it. Please.
It's Toastmaster Ravindran.
Yes, sir.
Toastmaster Ravindran. Okay.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Ravindran, please choose your route.
Can I choose route 1, please?
Okay, choose one. Route 1. Everything sucks some of the time. Everything includes some sort of cost. Nothing is pleasurable or uplifting all of the time. So, what would you do? The time is yours, please. Thank you.
Everything sucks. Luckily, some of the time. Everything includes some sort of cost. Nothing is pleasurable or uplifting all of the time. So what would you do? To begin with, I disagree. I beg to disagree. And the most important of all for living is absolutely free. You don't have to pay for that. So to say that everything costs is a misnomer. The only price to breathe, of course, you have to be alive. But then, you see, the thing is, in life, it's not so much about what happens to you, but how you view what happens to you. You can look at it negatively, you can look at it positively. Now, all of us gone through all kinds of episodes in life, the good, the not so good, in between. what good will it do if you keep crying and fretting over it? Yeah, it's normal for a period of time to feel melancholy about it, sad about it, and ask yourself, why did this happen of all people to me? But don't go yakety yak lifelong. It's not going to help you anyway. And I'm speaking from experience, mind you. The real bad experiences in life that I wish never happened. But over a period of time, I came out of it. But at the same time, I know one other friend, the event happened easily about 3 years ago, still stuck in that. And how much can you help that person? So end of the day, fellow Toastmasters, not everything costs. Some things which are absolutely necessary for life is totally free. The rest is up to you how you look at it. Look at it positively. A knife can cut both ways. It can cut bread and slice whatever that I don't want to mention. Think about it. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Afendra. Very great speech. Very motivational. That's right. Think positively for us. Okay, we share screen again. Now, the second speaker is Toastmaster Laura. Hello, Toastmaster Laura.
Yeah.
Okay, please choose your challenge. I mean the route.
I choose route 4.
Okay, route 4 is it? It's coming. Right or wrong? As we go through life, we have to choose from numbers, potential paths. There's a good choice and there's a bad choice. What does it mean to you? Okay, time is here. Please, Toastmaster Laura.
Okay. Can I give 1 minute to prepare, or I have to answer directly, Miss?
Please answer directly because we have a time schedule here. But just prepare.
Okay, Miss, please share your screen.
Okay, I will share again. Right or wrong?
Okay. Honestly, when I have to talk about the traveling or around and the path that I have to choose, so I think I have experience to go to traveling, and the path that I choose is make me more independent. When I choose go to abroad with myself. So I have experience when I go to Thailand, maybe in 2018. So I think this path is a good choice when I have to make more independent by myself. So I decided to go in there, and I feel around me is more strangers, but I'll try to be my best. So I make a little conversation in that area in Thailand, especially in Chatuchak market. So when I was in there, I wanna bought some items, and I think I wanna try my speaking in language Thai. So I talked to the sellers Chut Narai Kai, and I just learned it maybe 1 hour to make it bargain to that seller. And that seller told to me, you are from Vietnam, due to maybe my skin's like China's, Vietnam skins. And then I think this is the strangers, but I will try to be the best when I go to abroad. So thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss Laura, for your speech. Okay, move on to the next speaker, Miss Toastmaster Lai. Hello, Toastmaster Lai.
Hello.
Okay, please wait and share your screen. Please choose your route. Number 1 already taken, number 4 already taken.
The question mark route.
Question mark route, the hidden route. Okay. What comes next? You have decided to take on something. It may be easy, it may be hard. How do you prepare? Share your idea. Okay, time is your Toastmaster line.
Let me share my story about when I start preparing to join Toastmaster speech contest last month. When I was trying to join the contest, I was thinking, what speech should I prepare? How should I deliver it? What are the setup that do I need to do for myself in my home? Because we all know that currently in this situation, we all are delivering our speech contests are through online. I was thinking a lot of things. Should I go for it or not? After thinking it for a while, why not go for it? It's online. You just go into the contest for your own self-growth. Because if you don't do it, you won't have the courage to do it in the future. So I decided to go for it. At first, I was looking back of all my speeches that I have done, and I found that one of my speech, I have 2 speeches that is good for a contest. So I practiced both the speech. Then after I practice it, I bring these 2 speech to few of my Toastmaster friends and mentors. I show them both this speech. Which one should I deliver? Most of them vote for my icebreaker speech, which was my first speech in Toastmaster, which I really like it. So I do practice in front by just using the video camera. It's very challenging at first because I'm not used to doing contests in that way. But after competing in the contest, I do feel a sense of accomplishment, because if we don't do it in this contest or any challenge in our life that's coming to us, we won't know the result. We won't get to the end point as well. Just for me, try to improve yourself, challenge yourself in the future. Even the situation is hard, always stand strong, be there, and challenge the future ahead. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Okay, hello, thank you, Mr. Lai. Now for the next speaker, who is the next speaker? Peter Ang.
Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Yes.
Peter. Okay, you can choose the
okay, this
route.
is the first time for me.
Okay, you can choose the route.
Yes, choose the number 5, route number 5.
Route number 5. Yes, choose the route number 5. Yeah. Break the routine. Have you ever wanted to do something that different from your usual routine? Share your story.
Yes, for the break the routine, for doing the usual one for my routine. Actually, this is the first one. I'm not doing my routine. This is the first time I'm doing the Toastmaster, and this is also the first time I listen to people talking in English, and also this is the first time, not my usual routine, talk in English too. I never used to speak English before, especially in front of a lot of people. And actually, I think this is will be a nice routine if I do this. I believe next I will have a good communication skill. The first time I'm doing this is not just in Indonesia, even in Indonesia in Bahasa language, I never talk in front of a lot of people like this. This is the first time, and the first time I do it in English. People said before, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know if I never do it. And today, Miss Rona give me a chance to speak in front of you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Peter. That's a great speech. That's a great first step for you to choose. Okay, next speaker, Mr. Sharif.
Hi.
Share the screen. Okay, please choose your route. There's number 3 and number 2.
Number 3.
Okay, number 3 it is. Keep going, what coming? You have chosen your path, but sometimes the path will be blocked and shrouded with uncertainty. What will you do to stay on your path? The time is yours, Mr. Cherry.
What a very challenging question. Can I see again the question? Sorry.
Okay, no problem. I will say it again.
I'm not really good at tabletop fixation. I'm never into tabletop fixation.
That's the challenge.
Yes, that's the challenge. Like this one. You have chosen your path, but sometimes the path will be blocked and shrouded with uncertainty. What will you do to stay on your path? As what I said before, that I'm never into tabletop fixation actually, because tabletop fixation is full of unexpected moment or unexpected question, and I never prepare for that. You know what? I am a prepared person. I mean, do you ever saw a movie? I forgot the name of the movie, but one of the skin of the movie is showing a gun, and the gun itself, there's a writing on the gun said, "Victory loves preparation." I just forgot the name of the movie, and that is me. I always try to prepare everything, and I do really agree with that statement that victory loves preparation. And according to the question that you have given to me, that if there are any obstacles in the front of us, in our path, the obstacle should be measured before. We have to overthink it before we're doing it. So I have to predict whether what obstacle that would be faced by me in my path. So I have to make a plan A, plan B, plan C, etc., etc. And if there is any obstacle in my path, I should really can overcome the path. Back to our tabletop masters.
Thank you, Mr. Sharif. That's a great speech. Again, we listen to the. Okay, now move on to the last speaker. You will be chosen a path for you, the road to.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Mr. Yusuf.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, this is the path for you. Sometimes in life, we find ourselves at a fork in the road. When you're in a really big moment like that, how do you decide which one to take? Okay, time is yours.
I believe in my own instinct and my belief. When I come to a fork like this, I will sit, being quiet, meditate, and try to figure out which road should I take. Let me give you an example. When I had to decide which country should I go, either America or Australia, for my scholarship? I got 2 chances. And I believe at that time, everybody loved to go to America. And I asked myself, should I go to America or should I go to Australia? And my inner feeling said America. And I had the right decision. Why? Because I got a lot of experience in America, which I cannot get anywhere else, even in Australia. I got a lot of benefit staying there. 1, the language, 2, the culture, 3, to survive in a big modern country. So ladies and gentlemen, when we come to a fork, we have to choose which one is the best. Ask yourself. Don't ask others. Others may lead you somewhere else. They don't know what they are. They don't know what you want. You are the only person who knows what you want to be, where you are going to. So when you come to a cross like this, meditate, take time, be calm, and decide whatever you want to do. I think this is the best because I can find a result. I am very lucky coming back from America. I could get a better job. I could speak English much better than before. So this is the result of asking myself to decide. Thank you very much. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Mr. Yusuf. That's a great and inspiring speech. Okay, everyone, that's all my table topic session. Actually, this is my first time doing a table topic session for you all. I hope I'm not making a mistake. Now, there are the participants. You can choose the best speaker for table topic. Our Toastmaster ballot counter will be giving the link. Okay, that's all. Back to the Tom.
Thank you very much, Hannah. I think that even though you said that this is the first time, actually, if you didn't say it, I don't know, because you have done very, very well. You managed the table topic role, table topic master very well. And thank you very much. And it was really interesting, actually, the way that you did it. You know, that people have to choose their route. And that is quite innovative. So congratulations. And before we move on, I think if the timer can give a timer report, so we know who is eligible and people can start voting. Timer?
Yes, Tom. All the participants from the table topics are eligible to be voted. Thank you.
So do we launch the poll now for the table topic? I think the polling the polling link can be done in the chat box. And then we move on to the individual evaluation. Let me call the GE to have the individual evaluation.
Hello, everyone. Back again with your GE tonight, Elias. And now I'm going to call the first evaluator. And if you are wondering why he is speaking as the speaker and he is our evaluator for tonight, because he is practicing for the contest for next week. So without further ado, let's me call the first evaluator, Eddie Swipe.
Okay, thank you very much, our general evaluator today. So let me start it with congratulations for your icebreaker, Toastmaster Lindawati. You started with the phrase, bitter is me, sweet is you. And of course, because you compare you with your younger relative, if I'm mistaken, and you try to use self-deprecating. Self-deprecating is one way to show the humor when you start your speech. So in this evaluation, I'm going to divide it into two, what you have excelled and what you need to improve. So let me start it with what you have excelled. You direct show us the slide show. It means that you try to attract audience's attention by showing us your picture and your younger relative picture, and you compare them. I saw two pictures and absolutely those make me laugh. It means that you have successfully attract audience's attention. Secondly, also you use falling and raising intonation. I still remember when you conducted a dialogue between you and your mom and you talk about dating online. So I see you have successfully used the intonation with some pauses in between. For the next improvement, I want to see, here we go. So it is always good if you could stand up when you deliver your humorous speech, even though you are now doing your icebreaker. If you see here, if you can stand up, you can enlarge your space like this, or like this, or you can jump like this. So be more attractive because you are now in engaging humor. That's the challenge that I want to give it to you. Secondly, try to be more engaged with the audience you have. Showing them or offering them question. It is always good to build a good rapport, a feeling affinity between you and you. We get back to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, Eddie, a great evaluation, and wish you luck for your contest next week. And then let's me move to the second evaluator. He is the VPE of Empire, my mentor, my dear reader, and the one who inspired me to join Toastmasters. And you know, he is the only one and father of Division G, Mr. Alan Setiawan. The screen is yours.
Thank you for the introduction, Toastmaster Elios. And ladies and gentlemen, especially Toastmaster Surya. I find that your story is very interesting, very short, but yet very interesting. Why is that? Because there must be some secrets in it. That's why I like to analyze it for you. I have 3 recommendations and 3 commendations. Let me start with commendation first. Number 1, talking about the content. I think this story is interesting because it has some message. And we are not supposed to judge people from the way he acts, the way he talks, the way he dressed, the way his experience is. So we shouldn't be prejudiced about somebody. And I think you explain it in a very nice way. Number 1, there are 3 moments that very important that you try to convey the message. Number 1 was the moment you were waiting in front of the ticket counter. I could imagine how boring you were. And you mentioned that the pace is like a snail pace, very slow. And the second important moment when you were noticing somebody very annoying in front of you, this young man acting like a spoiled brat, talking very arrogantly, somebody that you hated. And the third moment, when you found out you didn't have the registration form, then you were worried that the spot will be taken by somebody else. This is the moment that you nicely explain and describe to the audience. Yeah. And the third commendations that it was delivered with a great grammar, with great pronunciations, with choice of words. Everything is good language-wise. Yeah. Now, there are things that maybe you need to work on. Number one, probably you need to improve the opening, because the opening is quite just a story, but you need to open it with a bang, because audience physically here, but mentally they're probably somewhere else. So you need to grab their attentions, then they will start listening to you. Yeah. Probably you can start with the questions, with the quotations, with the short jokes perhaps, or whatever. Yeah. And the second things that you need to improve perhaps is the distance that you put yourself between the camera and you, because I found that it was too close. So I could see only your face, but I couldn't really see your hands. So try to put a distance so that we can see your hands within this virtual frame, virtual space. Yeah. So those are two things that I think you need to improve on. Of course, other things is just minor things. Like, there's some long pause that you need to improve in the next speech. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear mentor, PTM Setiawan. Every time you give evaluation, you give us inspiration. So keep on evaluating what we have done in Toastmaster and keep on giving us positive feedbacks that we can run. And now, let me introduce the last evaluator for tonight meeting, the president of Empire, Subhan. The screen is yours.
Thank you, our GA, ladies and gentlemen, especially Toastmaster Edi Suaib from Palikadiri. Thank you very much for completing your second speech with the title Similarities and Differences. The things that I like, number one, from your speech is your self-confidence. I know that you are a new member, but you are very active, and this is my first wow for you. You have done it very well with your self-confidence. And number two, the things that I like, or the second wow, is your vocal variety. You have spoken like a professional speaker in your, I think it's like a classroom. So you can speak freely and you can express anything that you wanted to say. And in the middle of your speech, you sing a song. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly, and so on and so on. And the last wow, or the thing that I respect from you, you have a very great eyes context. Since you are a teacher, and now you are a member of Toastmaster, and now the style of your teaching is very different since now you join Toastmaster. And my recommendations for you, Mr. Eddie, since your title is Similarities and Differences, you have given only one samples of your humorous speech, especially when you join Toastmaster meeting in America. It's about roaster and rooster. I think you should have given more than one example. I think 2 examples or 3 examples, because we have our different pronunciations. And I remember my experience 10 years ago when the table topic master said, "What does the word mean to you?" Word dunia. But I overheard word. What means kata or firman? And I answered, what does the word mean to you? So this is also quite challenging. But don't worry, it was master. Don't care about mistakes. Mistake belongs to our general evaluators. This is the beauty of Toastmaster. And overall, it was a very good speech. And I really enjoy your speech. Hopefully, you can continue with your next speech, and I'm looking forward to it. Back to our G.
Thank you, our dear President DTM Subhan, for your evaluation for our contestant for next week evaluation contest of Empire. And wish you luck also, Mr. Surya, for your participation for the contest. And now, I would like to call our grammarian for tonight. She is a lady who can speak so many languages, and I love to be inspired by her grammarian report because she is the one and only Angela. The screen is yours.
Thank you so much. I've unmuted myself, and I would now like to share my screen so that you can see what I have to show you. So I'm clicking on share screen and selecting the screen. It should be here. Coming up now. Now, I don't see it, but I think you can. Can somebody wave or put your hands up if you can see the shared screen? It should have Surabaya, Indonesia at the top. Don't see anybody waving.
Yes, we see it,
Yes,
Angela.
Excellent.
we see it.
Hooray. Well, I noticed several people using direct at the beginning, so I would like to applaud you for using direct. And I would also like to comment on the thing I thought I heard most recently was from evaluator Subchan. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I thought I heard him say the last wow. And I don't know if he said that, but that was what I heard. And that I thought was a lovely phrase to use. I'm always listening in every meeting for a great phrase and something I can use. And somebody once said that if you read a book and you get one idea, it makes the whole thing worthwhile. And I think that applies to a meeting. And the last wow is absolutely the thing I shall take away from this meeting. Now, I'm going to tell you some other good things I heard. But I think I'll just run through a few other things. Pronunciation. One of the interesting things about pronunciation I heard here is rolling the letter R, which is different in Indonesia. I wish I could do it. And I heard one speaker rolling her R's in English. Now, in English, we don't roll our R's. It doesn't matter if you roll your R's because it doesn't change the meaning. So it's a charming feature and it's amusing. If you wanted to sound British, you could try to practice the R the way people do it in England and indeed America. But if you're happy with it, it's very nice. I like it. I wish you could teach me how to do it. I would love it. One thing to watch out that you do need to change is if you're saying sh instead of s, or not saying sh. For example, you want to share something, but the speaker, you say she is, not she is. So look out for that one. I had lots of alliteration, which was very good. And table topics is the one we most often hear because that is used by Toastmasters. Other things that I heard that were interesting. Somebody said, I hope everybody know. It should be, I hope everybody knows. It's a peculiarity of English that we use S after she, he, and it in the present tense of the verb. So he says, she says, he knows. So could you all say after me, he says it correctly. He says it correctly. That's present tense, he or she or it. He says it. He says it.
He says,
Now,
He says it.
thank you. Now say she says it.
she
She
says,
says it.
I can hear some people struggling with that. She says it.
she
Says it.
Right. Now, if you're having problems, what I suggest is you get together with somebody else. Now, if both of you have problems, you can practice it together. If one of you has a problem, then the one who gets it right can help them. And if you both do it correctly, then you can say, you're brilliant, you're wonderful, your pronunciation is perfect because she says it correctly. Okay, now let's see what else I have written down for you. Somebody said take assessment. We would normally say take an assessment or take the assessment. English is different from Chinese. In English, we always say a or the before nouns. I went on to Google Translate today and I translated the words pedestrian and pedestrians. And I found that pedestrian and pedestrians are translated as the same. I remember when I first came to Singapore, I saw the sign pedestrian this way. And I thought, hey, they're talking to me. What do all the other pedestrians do? Go the other way. So make a note that in English, we are very particular about singular and plural, which is not the case. And if you hear Chinese people saying it differently, they are translating directly from their language. But the good thing to do is to listen to English people speaking or listen to an old film. The one I recommend is starring Alec Guinness, and I'll tell you the title of it later. It's called The Lady Killers. It's a wonderful film, and they speak very slowly in perfect English. You will love it. It's humorous. Now, somebody else said a lot of way. I would say a lot of ways. Somebody said feedback, one feedback, but you don't often get two speakers giving two feedbacks, but you don't really talk about feedbacks in the plural very often. Now, somebody talked about raise hand. I've got two hands. I normally raise my hands and I clap my hands. Make sure that when you're using the word hand, whether you mean one hand or two hands, and put your hands together. And I love the speech by Eddie when he talked about the roster and the rooster. That was so funny. That was excellent. I'm going to come to an end now. You can email me directly meaning immediately, or directly going straight to me if you have any questions, and you can contact me on Facebook. I would like to thank you for inviting me again. It's been such fun. And I hope I have spoken to you and giving you direct advice on everything you want to know. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Angela, for the direction. So we know not only have one direction, but we have Angela's direction for all of us here. Can you unshare screen?
Yes.
Unshare screen, please, because it is still shared. Okay, thank you, Angela. And now me move to the counter. Counter is Vivin. Are you ready to deliver your report?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, thank you. Please tell us your report, what you have found during this meeting.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity to count about a counter. Here, we're gonna tell you about list of people, not only speakers, but topic participant and also evaluators. And you can see in the chat room here, and this one, in the total, for speakers, Miss Lindawati, the total 7 times AHA, and Mr. Surya, 10 AHA, Mr. Eddie, 5. The next double topic participants, Ravendra, Mr. Ravendra, 3 times, Miss Laura, 13 times, Mr. Lai, 6 times. The next, Mr. Peter, 12. And the next, Mr. Sharif, 5 times. Mr. Yusuf Chandra, 3 times. And for the evaluator is that, for Mr. Eddie, you said and almost 4 times. It means 2 times. Secondly, 2 times. And the total 6 times. The next, Mr. Arlan, you said but 2 times. I think 2 times. The 3 times and the total 7 times. And the last one, Mr. Subhan, only 2 times. And for you all, congratulations for you. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, counter. Wow, we have a great rangers, great helpers that make our meeting is great. And thank you for your help. So I am as GE for tonight is easier to tell us about the evaluation of this meeting. So here is my report. I split my report into 3 parts, which is before, and then during, and then after. So before the meeting, I saw that we opened the meeting at 18:30. So it is the usual meeting of Empire. We usually networking with guests and also the visiting Toastmaster from all around the world. And 3 minutes before the session began, I saw that all takers are being punctual. Thank you for that. And then SAA read the housekeeping rules. That's very good because we need to remind every single person here that we are in the professional environment and we should be professional and of course be punctual. And then I saw that two roles that it is provided here. It is SAA and Zoom Master. So I know that the Zoom Master is the one that will help us to mute the participant. That's very great because we need to help the speakers to focus on their contents and their delivery without any disturbance or noise. And then I saw this during the session we have 40 participants, and that's a very great number for Empire. Proud of all of you here, and thank you for visiting Empire. And then I have that there is evaluator 1, 2, and 3. Introduce speaker number 1, 2, and 3 with the pathways, the title, the level, and also great introduction of the speakers in a very humorous way. Wow, this is a challenging moment. Then we can try to boost our mood by using humor. And then why we using humor? Because we need to lift up the mood. And the first impression will stay longer, will stick on people's mind. And also how you introduce our very active members here, Eddie, who has been contacted in a lot of countries, visited a lot of countries to become our brand ambassador of Empire. Great job, sir. And then I saw that so many members of Empire took the engaging humor pathways, and I hope that you have a future as comedian, because we need comedian in this pandemic situation to entertain us, to still in life, and we have a purpose of life. La FIFA, humor. And then let me evaluate my helpers, my rangers. So I have split it into the roles here. So I will read the Tom first. The Tom for tonight is Ronawati Wongso, my mentor, the one that keep inspiring me, the one that supports me every single event that I have held. And she also invite me for the next meeting. Maybe she will announce it later. And she also explained the theme and a little bit of the word of the day usage to remind the participants to use the word of the day, and also introduce the evaluator before the speakers. That's very good because we need to know what is the purpose of the speech and what is the purpose of their project and which pathway they are in. And even though the Tom explain and listen to some of the speech and give some good inputs, 1 or 2 sentences to our speakers. And even though she said that she is not funny, but she tried to become engaging humor pathways. That's a very brave option that you took there, and you display the leading by example. You definitely try to not only learn about to be funny, but to use the humorous part into your speech. I saw in your so many table topic that you already use some humors on it. Good job for it. And good luck for your Toastmaster journey, Toastmaster Rona. And now I will move to TTM, Hana Karunia. So you already said to us about the opinion. You ask the people to have their own opinion, and then if you have any question, and be creative. That's how we distinguish ourselves with the others. Be creative, everyone. Stay authentic. Anywhere, everywhere you are, be yourself. Don't try to imitate others. And then you already helped by the timer, which is just pin, so the speakers doesn't really need to speak to look out for the timer. Where is the timer? So that's good. And also the screen PowerPoint is very good, very great graphics there. And I even didn't believe that this is your first time, because very great job for your first timer. Great job, TTM Hana. And then The Tom also helped the TTM to fill in the number of the participants that would like to try the topic. That's a very great combination, yeah, great teamwork, and good job for it. And I saw there's the list. Number 1 is Mr. Rafin, and then number 2 is Laura, and number 3 Lai, 4 Peter, 5 Sharif, and 6 Yusuf. I even mentioned all. I take note some of the name here to make sure that I don't want to miss all of you that speak tonight, because everyone here that spoke, you already have a great job tonight. And now for the timers, you already test before the meeting with OBS. I know that is your first time as timer, and you already great job using 2 screen, the screen that display the timer itself and the one that display yourself, so you can explain your role. And then you explain how the color changing, 5 to 7 minutes, prepare speed, and so on until and you also display the changing of the color, the green, the yellow, and the red. Also mention the grace period about 30 seconds. So as I remember, that is a table topic speaker. Yeah, she wanted to think for 1 minute. I think you can try to give 30 seconds to think. So you can let her think for a while. So you can time the 30 seconds. And also by you are being pinned when the speakers all talking, it is helping the speakers to not overtime. Even though TTM Alam Setiawan still overtime, I hope that next time you still monitor on your screen, because it is already help you. It is there to help you, sir. So please try to not be overtime, because that's how we respect others. The timer's role is very important, and the timer's role is very, very important in the contest. Remember, every single contest there, if you are not qualified because of the time, that's your own, yes, your own mistake. And that's why we are in every single meeting of Toastmaster, we are very being punctual in the timing, because we would like to help you to practice for your contest, to be very, very punctual, and try to summarize when it is yellow, not when it is red, because sometimes we will have some 1 or 2 things to add before the end. And even you are using the manual stopwatch during the edu session, even though you cannot display it. So you already coordinate also with me as GE, and you already show me the time that is then this is the time to time the session at the speaker. And also for the accounter, you already have the purpose and the pause period. You count it very well. The total speakers, the total error for all of viewers, for the table topic, for the speakers and evaluators. Very great job. And then for our grammarian, I think I will make it shorter because it is already past the time. Thank you. Because I have so many things here in my report, so I need to speak faster, yeah? So thank you, grammarian Angela. You have a very great, you remind us to use the word of the day before the meeting. I mean, when we are still socializing, when we are still talking each other, and you explain and you give some example of it, and you give a lot of improvement for us when we are already try to speak. The grammarian role here is not to make you scared to talk, but to make you braver to talk. Why? When you are feeling confident, you will talk better. And then for the ballot, one improvement that you can do is you should remove the name of the one that is not qualified to be voted in the link, because I saw that you still use the name that is 3 evaluators there, and there is one that is unqualified to be voted. So that's for your improvement. And then for the edu speaker, Miss Amel, thank you for helping us. So you already have explained very well the purpose and how to enroll, how to navigate the pathways, the best camp, I mean, and also the assessment, how to congratulate the members, how to complete a level, a pathway, and also how to submit the educational award and the technical things of pathways. That's all from my report for tonight. I hope that you are not boring with my GE session because I would like to speak more, but it's not my friend. Back to you, Tom. Thank you.
Thank you, GE. I think you give a very comprehensive evaluation of our meeting from the beginning to the end. I think you don't spare anyone. So you have evaluated everyone very detailed. So thanks. And I will not take too much time because we are already late. So I think we come to the Hall of Fame session. So the ballot counter, can you please announce the result of the voting? So the best speaker is, drum roll please. Drum roll. Who is the ballot counter?
Kevin, are you there?
Who is the ballot counter?
I think it's case of freezing.
Okay, the ballot counter is Kevin. Is Kevin here? Is he here? Okay, if not, any spare for Kevin? Okay, then we may have to skip the award for the Hall of Fame.
I would suggest just say all are winners. End of story.
Yes, all are winners. Let's give a round of applause. Congratulations of all winners. I think you are champion.
Yep.
You are all champion. You have taken all the courage to do the prepared speech, evaluation, and table topics. So congratulations to all winners. Now, I think we come to an end, and I would like to call our president to close with closing remark. So please, Mr. Suban.
Thank you very much. Our Toastmaster at the meeting, Toastmaster Ranawati Wongso. And we know that we all are the champions. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to inform you that our club, Empire Toastmaster Club, with the club number 01491511, now is adjourned for the public. Thank you very much for joining, and see you again 2 weeks from now. Bye-bye and good night.
Bye-bye, good night.
Okay, this is going to be. Hello.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you again.
Yes,
Yeah. Just a reminder, and
everyone.
would like to announce that hence Toastmaster will have our meeting on